Hi everybody. So the video today is just going to discuss certain characteristics I look for in a dog for protection training. This here is Revenge is Mine. Very responsive dog where I can let her loose. She comes right back, stays within the vicinity. She's proven herself time and time again to be a very obedient dog. And step one of picking a dog for protection training is not necessarily whether or not the dog is afraid of people. Of course, that's a definite characteristic you need. But number one is obedience. Okay, so number one, first and foremost, if you want to protection train your dog, make sure that the dog has some basic obedience training beforehand. For example, the sit, stay, the leave, the come, being able to be out in public. That's right. A lot of people think that a good protection training dog is not socialized. It's absolutely not true at all. You want a dog that's going to be able to listen to your commands. In other words, if a dog is in attack mode, will the dog stop? Will the dog listen to you? If that dog is overly aggressive, it's not going to be a good candidate. So you want to make sure that the dog has some training initially. Again, the basics, and does the dog comprehend well? All right, number two, you want to make sure that the dog's personality meets the criteria. In other words, is the dog bold? Is the dog shy? Is the dog a bit too outgoing? These are things you have to assess. I personally like them right in the middle. Of course, if they're too outgoing, then you're going to risk the possibility that a dog is going to bite before they're supposed to bite. And of course, if they're shy, this is not their line of work. I mean, they're going to run in the corner. Okay, now that's very, very rare with this breed. But then again, sometimes I do hear about people that have a Cane Corso. Possibly it wasn't raised right in the beginning or afterwards, and it does have some issues as far as being a coward, okay? Being shy. So that's the basic fundamental criteria. Another important thing that you want to keep in mind is what age is the dog? Is the dog old, set in its ways? It doesn't mean that you can't protection train a dog that's 3-4 years, but is the dog 3 or 4 months? In that case, it would be too young. So as a rule, I mean, it really is going to depend on the individual. I like to say you can start maybe around 10 months, maybe a little bit earlier, or maybe a little bit later. Better later than earlier, okay?